Hi, I'm Joe, back here at Roll Call. Today we're going to talk about the flinch or anticipation. I'm not going to get into the difference between flinch and anticipation. It's basically kind of the same thing. We talk about the 7 fundamentals of marksmanship, starting with your stance, your grip, your sight alignment, your sight picture, your breathing, your trigger control, and your follow through. You can do all the 7 fundamentals perfect, spot on, but if you're going to anticipate that shot and jump right before you pull the trigger or while you're pulling the trigger, nothing matters at that point. The 7 fundamentals, it does not matter. Your sight doesn't matter. Your stance, it doesn't matter. So when we talk about taking the perfect shot, we always have to talk about the flinch, because the flinch is the one thing that's going to screw up 90% of the people that aren't shooting well. I hear I'm shooting low or low to the left. That's a very, very common issue that we have. So today we're going to talk about how to get over the flinch by doing the ball and dummy drill. So I'm going to just try to make this really quick. In my hand you can see there's live ammunition and dummy rounds. You could do this drill with a partner just simply by taking a magazine, putting a round in it or no round in it. Inserting the magazine, the shooter that's going to be shooting the gun does not know if there's a bullet in it or if it's just going to click. And doing that with repetition will help you break that flinch. Now don't be too hard on your partner if you see them flinch, because nobody's going to be a harder critic than the person that's doing the flinching. A lot of times it's looked at as a macho thing. Well, I don't jump, I don't flinch, because somebody, they get the idea that they're scared of the gun. And that's not necessarily true. What's happening is there's a blast going off 3 feet in front of your face. There's a flash and it's loud. And they have an issue with that when you tell them that they have a flinch, and they think, no, I'm not afraid of it. Until you do the ball and dummy drill, and then they click and you'll see them dip the gun down. If you don't have a partner to work with and you pick up some of the ball rounds, the dummy rounds, you could do this. So I'm just taking 5 and 5, mix them in the magazine randomly. I already set up my magazine earlier. So there's a total of 10 rounds in there, 5 live and 5 dummy rounds, and I'm just going to run through this drill really quick with you. Okay, if you heard that click, that was one of the dummy rounds. So all I'm going to do is just go through my motions. Tap, rack, reassess. And it did it again. Now, if I had a flinch, you would have seen this go down. You might have even seen the barrel dip down ever so slightly on that trigger pull also. Okay, there was 10 rounds. So even I had a slight little dip of the gun. It's something that you could practice. So when you go to the range and you're practicing, what tends to happen, especially when I have older shooters in and I'm training them, they spent 20 years perfecting their flinch and they're practicing their flinch. So instead of just going up wasting ammo, pulling the trigger, we'll actually come up here and do some training. The best thing you could do, like I said, is just buy yourself some dummy rounds and just load up the magazine at random and just go through your stoppage drills, which when that trigger pulls back and you just hear a click, it's tap, rack, get the new round in there, reassess, and start firing again. So that's a nice little drill you could do. Also, what I recommend if somebody has a flinch, or for new shooters, to double up on their hearing protection. What you could do is just get the foamies in your ear and then put this over. That's going to help dampen the sound of the weapon, because that is part of the anticipation when you're hearing the loud explosion going off. So I hope this helped, and try this drill out. Let me know what you think. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also find us on Facebook, Roll Call LLC, or look us up online at www.rollcall911.com, and thanks for watching.